Welcome to the Make Money with VideoGen channel, where you'll discover how to create automated videos and build sustainable passive income. Why use VideoGen? Because in just a few simple steps, enter text, choose a voice, and select visuals, you can generate a complete video without editing or voiceover skills. It's the perfect tool to turn ideas into digital assets. You have nothing to lose. Give yourself a chance to try VideoGen for free using the link in the description below. Here's a story created entirely by VideoGen.
The River Goddess and the Prince full extended version, approx 2,000 words. Long ago, nestled between emerald valleys and sapphire mountains, there existed a kingdom called Sirania. The land was fertile, blessed with gentle rains and meandering rivers that sparkled like liquid gems. Among all these rivers, the most sacred was the Alara, known not only for its beauty but for the legend whispered through generations that a goddess dwelled in its depths. This goddess, they said, could bless or doom an entire kingdom. Her heart, once touched, could grant a wish. But if wronged, she could summon floods, droughts, or silence the river's life forever. In this kingdom lived Prince Almir, a noble yet restless soul. He was raised in marble halls, taught by scholars, trained by generals. Yet despite all the honors showered upon him, his heart was unsatisfied. While others dreamt of power, he dreamt of purpose. He often gazed beyond the palace gates, wondering what truths lay in the dirt roads and crowded markets beyond. One spring, Almir set out on a hunting expedition with his guards and noblemen. But while chasing a swift stag into the forest's heart, he became separated from his party. The woods grew darker, the trees thicker, and soon the prince realized he was alone. As night fell, Almir stumbled upon a shimmering river. Exhausted, he collapsed on the soft moss near its edge. The water hummed with a melody that seemed alive. He leaned forward, cupping his hands to drink, when the surface rippled, not from his touch, but from something deeper. A soft light rose from the water like mist catching moonlight. Slowly, a woman emerged, draped in flowing robes that glistened like wet silk. Her skin held the glow of moonbeams, and her hair cascaded like silver waterfalls. Her eyes, oh, her eyes, were as ancient and deep as the riverbed itself. "I am Ilara," she said, her voice fluid and melodic. "Guardian of this river, watcher of time. Why do you come here with neither offering nor prayer?" Almir bowed, awestruck but respectful. "I did not mean to intrude. I am lost, both in these woods and, perhaps, in life." Ilara studied him with eyes that saw beyond bone and flesh. "You are not like most men," she said. "You carry a kingdom on your shoulders but a question in your heart." He nodded. "I question everything. My place, my crown, even the meaning of ruling. I see hunger in the villages while the palace wastes bread. I see walls built high, not to protect but to forget the people outside them." Ilara's gaze softened. "You speak with sorrow, but there is fire behind your words," she whispered. "Stay. Let the river show you what books and battles never could." And so began 3 days unlike any the prince had known. By day, Ilara guided him through the secret paths of the forest. She showed him deer who mourned their dead, trees that wept sap for their fallen limbs, and rivers that remembered every soul who drank from them. She taught him to feel with his feet, listen with his skin, and speak without words. By night, they sat by the glowing river, and Ilara told tales. She spoke of ancient kings who bargained with gods, of lovers who became stars, and of a time when humans still heard the songs of the wind. Each tale carried a truth Almir had never learned in court. On the third night, beneath a sky ablaze with stars, Ilara led him to a stone circle hidden deep in the forest. Crystals rose from the ground like frozen flames, and in the center, Water flowed upward into a hovering sphere. "This is the heart of Ilara," she said. "It holds the memory of this land. And tonight, you may ask one wish." Almir stood silent, overwhelmed. "You must choose," Ilara continued. "You may wish for glory, wealth, even immortality. But be warned, the purer the wish, the greater the sacrifice." Almir closed his eyes. He saw his people, children with hollow eyes, mothers with empty bowls, old men tilling cracked soil. He thought of the throne, heavy and cold, and he thought of Ilara, the one being who had understood him without demand or judgment. "I wish for my kingdom to heal," he said finally, "for the hungry to be fed, the sick to be cared for, the forgotten to be remembered. I wish for justice and compassion to rule, not fear or gold." A hush fell over the grove. Even the leaves seemed to still. Ilara's eyes shimmered with tears. "Your wish is noble and costly. I accept whatever price is needed." "Then know this," she said, stepping close. "Your memory of me will fade. When you wake, you will not recall my face, my voice, or these days. Only the lessons will remain, hidden in your soul. That is the cost of a wish this pure." Almir's heart clenched. "I don't want to forget you." Ilara touched his face gently. "If you remember me, you will never love another. You will search these woods every night and lose yourself trying to find what no longer belongs to the world of men. But I will remember. Always." She pressed her lips to his brow. A green light burst from the heart of the grove. The water orb dissolved into mist, and Prince Almir fell into a deep, dreamless sleep. He awoke on the castle steps, cold morning dew clinging to his cloak. No one knew where he had been. They had searched for days, fearing him dead. But the Almir who returned was not the same. He dismissed his gold-plated advisors, traveled through every town, listened to widows, dined with orphans. He outlawed unfair taxes, built schools, and planted trees. He opened the royal wells to drought-struck lands. And curiously, every time famine threatened, the Ilara River overflowed just enough to rescue the fields, never more, never less. Almir became beloved, not as a conqueror, but as a healer. Bards sang of the river-blessed king. But when asked what changed him, he only smiled and said, "Sometimes the answers come when you stop asking." Yet on every full moon, the king would walk alone to the Ilara's edge. He would watch the river shimmer, his hand on his chest, as if feeling for something just beyond memory. And sometimes, when no one was near, a tear would trace down his cheek. The people said that if you go to the Ilara on a moonlit night and listen very closely, you might hear a soft voice in the breeze, whispering through the reeds, "I still remember Almir."
Thank you for watching until the end. Did you know? Everything you just watched, from the script, visuals, voiceover to video editing, was created entirely automatically using VideoGen. No video editing skills, no need to appear on camera, yet I still produce this professional content. If I can do it, so can you. All you need is a computer and a few minutes of simple steps to create ready-to-publish videos for YouTube, TikTok, or any other platform. Don't wait. Try VideoGen for free via the link in the description below. This could be the first step to your creative and passive income journey.